Well, the Caring Center is a place where people can come, no matter where they are in life, to receive the help they need to become self-sufficient.
Well, the Caring Center does just about everything to help the community for people that are down on their luck or needing a helping hand. They do everything from a food pantry to transitional housing to cooking classes, after school, kids at the table, that type of stuff. And the thing that I really like about it is the fact that we take the entire family in as a client and we work with all facets of the family, the mom, the dad, the kids, to try to support them any way we can.
We look at food as fundamental to a person's existence, so we look at it also as fundamental to the strength of the family, the strength of the individual. So we're going to provide through the food pantry daily food opportunities. So everything from the basics to meat and vegetables to canned vegetables and items like that from the shelves. We also have a garden that has been provided by the community so that we can provide fresh produce that's there during portions of the year. And then we, aside from donations into the food pantry, we also have the ability to go purchase items to stock our food pantry. We have the cooking club, which is primarily mothers that are learning how to shop for food, how to make a menu, and how to cook on a budget. And we then have people that come in and know how to cook, that teach them everything from the basics to more complex. How do you make the complete meal and how do you make it taste good on a budget?
Every first Tuesday of the month, Table Talk teaches us like a new recipe and how to cook for a bunch of people or less, how to save, how to freeze food, and how to make food last longer with leftovers.
The Caring Center has moved out of the mode of simply service, meaning that we would be treating the symptoms of poverty and hunger, into the solutions mode so that we can actually eliminate it, not merely provide a means for feeding people, but provide an opportunity for them to feed themselves.
One of our goals is to eliminate childhood hunger in Boone County, trying to put programs into place to ensure that every child has enough food to eat every day in their home.
So we provided a program called Kids at the Table, where the kids will, after school, get the opportunity for a meal and the opportunity to get some tutoring for their homework, so that we're giving them both their education and their nutritional needs.
We did a pilot program with 50 children that were in food insecure homes. Most of those children were behind in reading and math skills. We met with them every day. We fed them an evening meal, and then we tutored with them with math and reading skills. At the end of that time, those children were all able to pass the I-steps. They all were up to grade level reading and math, so we saw the success in that. And of course, they were going to bed not hungry. They were healthier. Families had less stress. We now have 2 programs, 2 different sites at the Boys and Girls Club and Stokes, and continue to work with those children. At this time, the Boys and Girls Club feed about 125 kids per evening.
We had the opportunity to move into the new building for the Caring Center. And after we did that, the old building for the Caring Center off of Indianapolis Road, we converted into a thrift shop. People donate furnishings, anything from couches to anything in their homes. We put them up for sale. The proceeds from that sale, then we take those funds to fund operations within the Caring Center.
One of our least known programs, but certainly one of the most important, is the transitional housing program. And in this case, we partner up with families that are trying to make the transition from homelessness or near homelessness, and so we help them get into a house for a 6 to 12 month period where they can kind of get back into the swing of paying rent and taking care of a house, and then at the end of the period they can transition into their own apartment or perhaps even a house.
I was referred to the Caring Center after witnessing my fiance's suicide and was referred then to the transitional housing. And it has allowed me to have a safe place to start to feel okay with people and letting people into my life and trusting and seeing myself different. I really don't like to think about what my life may be like today if I had never been referred to this program.
It's been 5 years that I've been involved with the Caring Center in Lebanon. I've met a lot of good people. I've learned how to save money and learned how to do couponing, how to make my own laundry soap, so that saves us too. So I've learned a lot of things and met a lot of nice people. The Caring Center also helped me when I was in need when my husband lost his job. They helped me with food, clothes for my children, and it was around Christmas time, and they also helped my children get Christmas. If it wasn't for the Caring Center, my children wouldn't have had Christmas that year.
You know, there's nothing wrong with everyone being down at one time of their life and just getting the help. So I think they do a great job of that, and you know, it's a very comfortable feeling. Our situation, I'm married to a blind man. I have a handicapped son. And sometimes it can be overwhelming because I can't work a lot and he is limited. So one of the things that I learned was to think outside the box, and that is, okay, if you can't change the amount of income, then what can you change that would take away from the limited income that you have? So we ended up from that being able to think about my husband working in a place where maybe it was better I didn't have to take him to work and back. And so because of that and thinking outside the box, my husband now has an interview with a company that provides transportation, which means I wouldn't have to do that anymore. We'd have a little more income and potential for him to grow in his job. So for that and thinking outside the box and my husband being willing to go along with me and even doing some of my homework with me, we both learned from it. So it's been really a good experience, and I've met lots of friends.
You know, one of the things that's all the time asked is, how can you help the Caring Center? Well, first of all, we need lots of volunteers, people to come help unload food, get it stored away, sort through clothes, because we'll get literally hundreds of bags of clothes a week donated, and they all need to be kind of sorted. We need people in the reruns, classic reruns, which is the thrift store, and of course, we could always use donors, because I always think this is one of the least known gems of the city, and that the more people that know about it, the better we can all support it.